what do we mean exactly when we say we're going carbon neutral?
Great. Yeah, super good question, especially as you correctly recognize there's a lot of jargon. And sometimes that's for a good reason, right? Politicians love to confuse us. And this is, in a sense, a political discussion worldwide, and has been for nearly 30 years. And of course, corporations have really got onto this as well, right? And love to throw out this terminology to, sometimes do good work, but sometimes also do a bit of greenwashing and look great. So yeah, we really have to look at, who's doing the work to make all of this happen. Now, what does all of this mean? Carbon neutral, net zero, etc. What it really means is that we recognize climate change is real. We recognize why it's caused, the anthropogenic or human causes, and that is humans emitting more greenhouse gases than the planet, the oceans, the atmosphere can absorb. Right? So in a sense, we're accelerating the greenhouse effect, which actually makes our planet livable in the first place. Right. But we're accelerating that by emitting more greenhouse gases. So that can be carbon dioxide, that can be other greenhouse gases. And there's a whole range of them that have different kinds of impacts and stay around in the atmosphere for different times. And so most of this emission comes from the burning of fossil fuels. Right, that's the most obvious source. So driving cars, producing electricity, industry, etc. Right? And so now going towards carbon neutral or net zero really means that we recognize that we must reduce those emissions going forward. Right? So we must stop the excessive amounts of emissions going out. And the world has really set itself the target in 2015 through the Paris Agreement that countries came together and signed in 2015 to minimize the heating of the planet, the warming of the planet, to a maximum of 1.5 degrees since pre-industrialization. Right. Now, what does that mean, or where do we stand? The planet has already warmed by 1.1 or 1.2 degrees Celsius. So that actually sounds quite small, but I think we're seeing it not only here in Karachi and in Pakistan, but also what we hear in the news from the UK and Europe these days, or the wildfires in Australia and the Americas, etc. That really these kind of impacts are very real and they're accelerating very quickly. I think most of us have seen it in our own lifetimes.